Because if your God was real, there should be proof. Now, my guy here, I think you may have misunderstood my comments in the video. You said, why would you be looking for archaeological evidence to prove the existence of a being that transcends space and time? That was not what I articulated in the video. What I was articulating in the video is the fact that if there was a deity that transcends time and space that you would call God, and that this deity had participated in the life of man, to which the Bible deity claims to have participated in, then there would be archaeological evidence to demonstrate the actions that this deity claims to have participated in, but yet there are none. For instance, as I explained in the video, if this deity participated in a worldwide flood where the windows of heaven opened and rain poured down, the waters gave up its water, the depths gave up its waters, and that all the land around the world was completely covered by at least 18 feet at the tallest mountain peak, then there would be archaeological evidence, geological evidence that would demonstrate that this God's action, who transcends time and space, actually occurred. But when we look at the evidence, we see that there are multiple societies, like the society at the Moskin Bend, this Native American society that existed before, during, and after Noah's flood, without any flood stories beyond a river flood. But no flood story did they ever tell that interrupted their cycle of life, that covered the top of Lookout Mountain. There's no geology that demonstrates that there was a flood that covered the top of Lookout Mountain in Tennessee, Chattanooga, Tennessee. So these civilizations existed before, during, and after the so-called time frame of Noah's flood. And it's not conjecture. It is not them telling stories. It is finding the tools to which they use, finding the pottery to which they use during those time frames, during this Paleolithic, well, not the Paleolithic, they call it Paleo-Indian time frame, before the Mississippian time frame. Before that, they had it. It was there. And during the archaic time frame, they were there. We have physical evidence of those Native American tribesmen there. We have physical evidence of the continuation without hiccup of the Kemetic society, a continuation without hiccup of the Minoan society, a continuation without hiccup of what we know as the Chinese society, of what we know as the Indus society, of what we know of the Aboriginal societies. There are too many societies around the world that had no hiccup in their society that would fit the time frame of your Noah's Ark. The only hiccups each one had was in different aspects of their own history. The Mayans and Aztecs had a hiccup of their society when the conquistadors came. The Native Americans had a hiccup in their society when they was forced to do the Trail of Tears. You see what I'm saying? The Minoans had a hiccup in their society when they became part of the Greek Empire, and then when they became part of the Roman Empire. The Indus and the Chinese, and so on and so forth. Hiccups happened when they were conquered by other nations. There are no climate hiccups after the Younger Dryas flood that destroyed civilizations to the point where it fits into your Noah story. So it is not searching for archaeology to prove your deity physically exists. It is the archaeology that proves that the actions of your deity, that to which you claim, never happened. There's no evidence of your Exodus story. There's no evidence of a pillar of fire. There's no evidence of the Red Sea splitting, or even the Sea of Reeds splitting. There's no evidence of the boils, the frogs, the firstborn children of all over Egypt dying. There's zero evidence of them knocking down the walls of Jericho with trumpets, since the walls of Jericho were already down in the 1500 BCE and were not rebuilt until around 1000 or 900 BCE but your Noah story is happening in around the 1300s BCE. So there's a gap. It doesn't fit. The Joshua going in there, it doesn't fit. And as it was famously said, if it don't fit, you must have quit. But I'm sorry. That's just the facts of it. So I wasn't trying to say, I did not say that I am searching for archaeological evidence of your deity. It is the archaeological evidence of the actions to which your deity claims to have done, which would demonstrate partially demonstrate the existence of your deity. You see, that's the evidence. So, like, I say that I served as a Marine at Headquarters Marine Forces Europe in Stuttgart, Germany, from late 1993 to early 1997. The evidence, me saying it, is one thing, but the evidence is the records of that I was there. My military records that demonstrate I was there. My plane tickets that demonstrate that I was there. The pictures that were taken in front of our headquarters or in my office or in and around Stuttgart that demonstrates that I was there. There has to be evidence that demonstrates that I was there to prove the statements to which I'm making. The problem with a lot of biblical statements is that there's no evidence that demonstrates that the actions taken ever happened. So y'all have a great day. And remember, knowledge is power when put to use. And we got to continue to do that. So always remember that you have to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.